In a very weird interview, Ariana Grande admitted to having said this to children, very young children.
Years ago, before the Dahmer series, I was in a Q&A with fans, with young fans. It was young fans at the time. It was like, I think it was like in between, like me being cat and pop stuff. So it was like a younger group. But it was with a parent. Someone said, if you could have dinner with anyone living or dead, who would it be? And I was like, oh, you're so cute. Who, Mom and Dad, is it okay if I give the real answer? And they were like, sure, I guess. What's the answer? And I was like, I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer's pretty fascinating. I think I would have loved to have met him.
Wow.
Like, you know, maybe with a third party or something involved. But I have questions. I want to, I have a lot to, I don't know. I would love to. And the parents were like, we'll explain it later, sweetheart. And I was like, so I'll just say.
Now, she wasn't a child herself when she said this. She was around 21, 22, so she should have known better. Prior in this exact same interview, Ariana Grande also said that she was infatuated with serial killers.
No, but I was infatuated with serial killers when I was younger.
Were you?
Mm-hmm.
Now, from what we know, Jeffrey Dahmer brutally ended the lives of 17 people. So, of course, eventually the victims' families are going to catch wind of this interview. And, well, they did. Grande's comments were condemned by Shirley Hughes, the mother of Tony Hughes, a deaf, nonverbal man who Dahmer ended his life in 1991. Hughes told TMZ of Grande, to me, it seems like she's sick in her mind. It's not fancy or funny to say you would have wanted to do dinner with him. It's also not something you should say to young people. Now, more than likely, these young kids did not know who Dahmer was, but it's still not something you should say to young children. But there is this sick and weird obsession to make Dahmer mainstream, and we will get back to that later in this video. Tony Hughes' sister, Barbara Hughes Holt, also weighed in on the comments, saying that Grande has glamorized Dahmer. But like I said, there is this push to make Dahmer mainstream. It's not just Ariana Grande, for whatever reason. We have to ask ourselves why. Why is there such an obsession with Dahmer? There were many people to commit his style of crimes, very heinous people, and yet there is a push to keep his name flowing in the media. John Podesta's brother, Tony Podesta, has horrific artwork in his home that if I were to show it in this video, I would instantly lose this channel. He has a piece of artwork in his home called the Arch of Hysteria, where it appears to look like a headless person bent backwards in the shape of an arch. This piece of artwork was created in 1993. Prior to this, one of Dahmer's victims were found in this exact same pose, headless, naked. So either this is a very extreme coincidence, or the artist Louise Bourgeois was inspired by Dahmer's victim. Celebrities smiling, posing, and taking pictures in front of this disgusting supposed piece of art. Then we have this Dahmer movie where once again Hollywood is trying to promote Dahmer, making it seem entertaining and cool. We even have Halloween costumes made for children so they can dress up like Jeffrey Dahmer for Halloween. Then we have this Dahmer Netflix docuseries made to make Dahmer and his horrifying crimes look entertaining and cool. There were even certain news and media dropping articles titled, back in 2022, titled, "Do we really need another show about Jeffrey Dahmer?" 2 new series on him within weeks have some people asking if enough is enough. He has been featured in and the main subject in books, movies, TV series. Also, oddly enough, he was a subliminal message in the TV series Stranger Things. This article from the New York Post says, social media conspiracy theorists raise eyebrows online after claiming to spot Jeffrey Dahmer in a scene from the latest season of Stranger Things. A video detailing the alleged cannibal cameo currently boasts 2.2 million views on TikTok. Why was he there? We don't know. We do know that the creators of the show like to put in little Easter eggs here and there. He was seen walking around the high school. He graduated high school in 1978, and this show takes place in the 80s. So again, it's just more subliminal messaging. We do know that a certain 3-letter agency does own news, media, and Hollywood, and a certain three-letter agency was involved with a certain project called MK Ultra. MK Ultra is no longer just a conspiracy theory. It was declassified by this same three-letter agency. The goal is to get people to mentally crack, to have them do whatever you want, through means of drugs, physical abuse, and mental abuse to the extreme. These people who are the victims of MK Ultra mind control carry out very horrific acts. Now, not everybody who carries out horrific acts are MK Ultra victims, but there is a weird obsession with a certain group of people that are constantly shown throughout news, media, movies, books, TV series. They constantly push these people in our faces. It's always the same small group of people that are romanticized in the media, that are always mentioned by Hollywood in a large cesspool, in a large dookie toilet of these people that commit these horrific crimes. Again, it's always these same people. And again, you have to ask yourself, why? How many documentaries, movies, TV series, books do we need on Dahmer, Bundy, Manson, and so forth? How many times do these same group of people have to be mentioned until we say to ourselves, something weird is going on here? These people are either operatives or they were put along the MK Ultra project. Now look, I do get there are people that love true crime, that are obsessed with true crime. And I always took that as people are interested in seeing how people can be so evil. And at the end, justice is served for a majority of these people. There are people that like true crime because they like to play detectives themselves. There are a lot of true crime YouTubers because they believe they can solve the case. So again, I don't think there are people that love true crime because they are infatuated with the criminal themselves. Are there people like that? I'm sure there are, but it shouldn't put a smudge on the true crime genre. But this video is not about whether you like true crime or not. I have created true crime videos in the past. I still touch on true crime here and there. But this video is about how Hollywood, the media, a certain three-letter agency, likes to keep a certain group of horrible people, criminals, in the airways. When Ariana Grande says that she would like to have dinner with Jeffrey Dahmer, she is just a mouthpiece. She is just a puppet to keep the agenda out there, to keep us talking about Jeffrey Dahmer. She even says in that same exact interview how a parent said that they will explain Jeffrey Dahmer to their child later. Ariana Grande puts spells and enchantments in her songs. But who is she owned by at the end of the day? She's owned by the music industry and she's owned by Hollywood. It's just very weird, this Dahmer obsession, this Bundy obsession, this Manson obsession. And it's even weirder how they keep us obsessed with these same group of people. We do live in a day and age, sadly, where celebrities have more of an impression on children, young adults, young people, even adults, than their own parents do. Today's day and age has more to do with idol worship than any day and age in history. I wonder how many young people, children, young adults looked up Jeffrey Dahmer, are now fans of Jeffrey Dahmer, romanticizing Jeffrey Dahmer, because Ariana Grande wants to have dinner, or wanted to have dinner, with Jeffrey Dahmer, saying that she is or was infatuated with these horrible people. So we do live in very horrible and weird times. But in any case, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please like, as any engagement does help the channel grow. Once again, thank you so much for your support.